Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with 16 instrumental miniatures I couldn't live without. These can be piano pieces or orchestral pieces. The only criterion I used is that they are less than 10 minutes, often substantially less than 10 minutes. Really, between 5 and 7 or 8 minutes, but less than 10 minutes is the rule here. Getting into classical music can be a chore. Let's be honest, right? Not because, in fact, there was just a comment about this, and then, the comments, a whole thing about how we're not trained to listen to orchestral music, we don't understand it and all that. And I disagree with that completely. I think the music is completely self-explanatory. I really do. The problem is time. It's always time. How much time have we got? And for most of us, I dare say, or a lot of us anyway, getting into classical music was a function of finding miniatures, songs or song-like works that last 3, 4, 5 minutes that actually suited our youthful attention spans, because I don't know a lot of little kids who could sit through Parsifal. I mean, I know some can, but they're like, children of Satan. I mean, it's not normal. It doesn't happen that way. But essentially, for me anyway, it was hearing short works in back in the days in public school where we had music appreciation classes and things like that, and just getting hooked. And from there, you expanded. You heard a piece that was part of a suite, so you listen to the rest of the suite. The trepak from the Nutcracker Suite. It's a minute and a half long, right? And so then you play some more of it. You go, oh, that's nice. And then you listen to the whole thing. Before you know it, you're listening to 20, 30-minute long pieces. And you move your way up. You go up the food chain. So this is one of those lists, and that's what I want you to think about when you put together your own list. Doesn't matter where it comes from or whether it's part of a longer work. You can even take individual movements from symphonies or sonatas or concertos, whatever works for you that's short, that got you hooked. That's the point here. And these are my hooks, and I'll go through them and sort of explain to you why. So first, Beethoven, Für Elise. Für Elise, yes, of course. Why not? I mean, whether you use the version that was in Benny Hill, it's been on television, it's everywhere. It's part of our cultural DNA. And so, I mean, the fact that, Beethoven forgot about it and it only was published after he died and nobody knew what it was, and Elise is the wrong name and all of those things, none of that matters. What matters is that it's just this little piece of piano music that everybody knows. I even played it, believe it or not, however horribly. But yeah, so that was one of the first hooks. Everybody knows it. Do 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 do. It's so pretty. It's just a tune, a lovely tune. Saint-Saëns, the Danse macabre. Some of you listed this in your tone poem lists, and of course for good reason. But it's really short. It's 7 or 8 minutes long, maybe, if you really push. It's delicious. It was because it began life as a song. I mean, that's what it was. It has a vocal part in its original version, a horrible, stupid, ridiculous vocal part. It goes zig 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 zig. I don't know. And then there's some French words or something. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. But the orchestral version, which is still song-like, is just marvelous. And of course, I first heard it as a cartoon, one of those Halloween cartoons with xylophones playing on rib cages and things like that. It was cute and charming and grotesque. And yeah, when I was a little kid, I knew it before I knew what it was. And that's true of a lot of these pieces. You just know them. And then only later do you learn who wrote them or what they are. Satie, Gymnopédie No. 1. I think that was the Geritol commercial, if I'm not mistaken. Geritol was it was some sort of patent medicine thing that was supposed to help tired blood. I don't know why they would use the Gymnopédie for that, because tired blood is not going to wake up listening to Satie's Gymnopédie, but it's very pretty. So I guess that worked, something like that. Anyway, Haydn, the Fantasia in C major, subtitled Capriccio. Most people don't know this work at all. It's one of his last major piano works, his last major solo piano works, sort of a funny companion to that amazing set of variations in F minor for piano. also known as Uno Piccola Divertimento or something. I don't know, whatever it was called. But this is about 6 minutes of total joy. It's like an updated Scarlatti sonata. It's funny as hell. It's got moments where the piano just lands on a low note and you've got to let the sound die away completely. It's an extraordinary work for the modern pianoforte. And it's brilliant. It'll get stuck in your head. It's incredibly catchy. Shostakovich's Festive Overture, 5.5 minutes, and louder than hell. Oh my goodness, it's the noisiest piece of music in the universe, and fantastically festive. I think the wonderful thing about it is that it's one of the most pompous and bombastic pieces anyone ever wrote. But what saves it is that he wrote it in it only takes 5 minutes. And it just does everything you want to do. It's so much fun to listen to. Rostropovich used to play it as like an encore when he had the Leningrad Symphony because he had a double brass section. So he used all the extra brass and made it. I saw it a couple times when he did it that way. It was the loudest thing you've ever heard in your life. I just loved it. Absolutely loved it. Oh, the Chopin Waltz in C-sharp minor. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so soulful. You could also do the minute waltz, I suppose, or almost any of his waltzes. They're all short. But the one in C-sharp minor is, da 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 ba-dum ba-da. Oh, it's just to die for. The melody's incredible. Dvořák, Slavonic Dance Op. 46, number 7. Boy, is that a catchy title, isn't it? But it's the one with a canon between like the oboe and the bassoon. It goes, wait a minute. Anyway, you get the idea. It's the most wonderful tune. It's fun. It's adorable. It became one of the scenes in that animated film Allegro non troppo. What I thought the best scene in the whole movie, quite frankly. It was just deliciously funny. It was about a guy who gets imitated by all of his friends until he tries to get them to march off a cliff like a bunch of lemmings, and they flash him in the end. Oh, it's delicious. It's a perfect analog to what happens in the music. The music is, I don't know, it gets stuck in your head. You can't get it out, ever. It's still stuck in mine, as you can tell. Bach, the Inventions and Sinfonias, also known as the 2- and 3-part Inventions. Oh, every one of them is just an adorable little nugget of priceless counterpoint. They're just marvelous and hard to play. If you were a klutz like I was, they were really hard to play. I mean, the 3-part Inventions, you need 3 hands. Nope, forget doing it with 2 hands. 3 hands in your toes, I don't know. But, Bach he wrote them to teach people composition. And what they learned, I have no clue, except that they weren't as good as Bach. It's about the only thing you learn from them. They're terribly intimidating, but oh my goodness, what little gems they are. I just love them. Absolutely love them. Prokofiev, the Troika from Lieutenant Kijé, which I played lots of times. I was the sleigh bellist. Da 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 dum bum ba da 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 da. Oh, it's wonderful. That also has really stupid words that you don't want to hear ever. Ever. They're ridiculous. But oh, the music is so charming. It was I think it was the title, the credit music for Woody Allen's Love and Death. And it just, it's another one of those tunes. It just hooked me. And I've been hooked ever since. Poulenc, Mouvement Perpétuel number 1. That's kind of like the Satie Gymnopédie number 1. It's another one of those. It's deceptively simple. Just goes, ya da 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 ba da da dum. Ya da 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 da. It's like, what are you going to do with that? But then the harmonies start to go in interesting places. Oh gosh, it's delicious. It's one of his earliest works. I think it may be his earliest work. It really is. But right away you know who's composing it. It's a bonbon, a French little bonbon, delightful. Rimsky-Korsakov, the Dance of the Tumblers from the Snow Maiden. oh gosh, this thing blew me away. Dun da 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 da. You know that thing? Yeah, da 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 da. Oh gosh, what an incredible little pearl of great price that thing is. It's fast, it's vigorous, it's sunny, it's charming, it's elegant, it's perfectly scored, it's exciting as hell. I mean, oh, it's got everything going for it. And it's all over in like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Fabulous. Debussy, Le Cathédrale, Engloutie from Preludes, Book 1, Number 10. The only one I ever learned to play, because it's just big fat chords up and down the keyboard until you get to the middle section where you got like rumbly stuff in the left hand and then chords in the right hand. Oh gosh, it's beautiful. It's just so beautiful. Playing it just makes you feel so exhilarated. It really is. And in 6 minutes, I mean, it's a whole tone poem. It's a universe. I mean, think about it. It's just a piano solo piece, but it's about a whole cathedral, and a submerged cathedral that rises up into the sunlight and then recedes back into the depths. And oh my God, what an incredible concept. And he does it in just a couple of minutes. It's amazing. Lyudov, The Enchanted Lake. Oh, it's so pretty. You know, everything, Lyudov only wrote miniature things. You know, there's Baba Yaga and Kikimora and all these, the fragment from the Apocalypse. Oh, that's fun. But The Enchanted Lake is it's just one of those pieces of musical impressionism, basically. And it's haunting and exquisitely scored. And you know, I just love to revisit all of Lyudov's pieces because they all fit on one disc, basically, as orchestral miniatures. Really lovely. Forêt, the Sicilienne from Pélias et Mélisande. Oh, this had quite a history. It was originally like an orchestral piece, a piece for cello and piano, and then he stuffed it into Pélias. Why not? And it's just one of the most beautiful tunes in the world. Period. You know, that. Forget all the octave transpositions in there. Sorry. It's a big, wide-ranging tune that will stretch your whistling register, and it's oh God, it's so beautiful. Just harp and you know, you could write that and drop dead. You'd still be a famous composer. Let's put it that way. It's delicious. Grieg in the Hall of the Mountain King. You know, Grieg hated that piece. He thought it was a piece of Norwegian. He described it as you know, a cow turd, basically. But, oh, it's so much fun. It's just the same tune repeated over and over again 3 or 4 times, getting louder each time. I mean, I've played it and I've seen it a bazillion times. But I heard it first when I was in grammar school as part of, you know, my psychotic 4th grade teacher. You know, the nun who referred to us all as numbers instead of people. I spent 4th grade as number 10. That's a whole nother story, but, you know, which I think I've told before here. But she was insane. And when we did geography, instead of doing the whole book of geography, she just picked a couple countries and made us study them with an intensiveness that was completely ridiculous for 4th graders. But one of them was Norway. We had to know everything there was to know about Norway. And so at one point she brought in, you know, the Peer Gynt suite. And because listening to the whole Peer Gynt suite would have taken far too much time, she played in the Hall of the Mountain King. And I fell in love. So I owe her at least that. All of the other, you know, PTSD I suffered as a result of being in her class, well, you know, I guess in the Hall of the Mountain King kind of made up for it. I just love it. I still love it. It's the tune. It's a folky, you know, and that orchestration for the bassoon, you know. God, it's fabulous. Alcan, finally, last but not least, the Song of the Mad Woman on the Seashore. Do you know this? It's his prelude, opus 31, number 8. If you don't know this, you don't know what you're missing. It is one of the great piano miniatures of the 19th century. The title explains it all. I mean, at the bottom of the piano, you hear the murmur of the surf, you know, sort of in the background, and it's in sort of a Siciliano rhythm. And on the top, you hear this lonely, wandering tune. Do 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 ya da 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 da. Oh my God, is it powerful and atmospheric and haunting, and it rises to a scream of terror before subsiding back into madness. Whoa, baby. That's a miniature to end all miniatures. So, let me see your list of miniatures. Pick them out. All the things that you first heard when you were young, that were short, that grabbed your attention, as many as 16, but it only needs to be a couple. And let's help all these people getting into classical music to find the miniatures that will be their gateways to bigger things as well. Keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.